We are taking over your airwaves in 3, 2, 1.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, Zebras. Welcome back. It is Monday, September 9th, 2024. It is a white day here at New Brunswick High School, and you're watching the Zebra Morning Show, coming to you live from the Julian Nicholas Podcast Studio. I'm Mr. Nessie, and I am joined this morning by one of our newest faculty members, Mr. Capel.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Glad you're here. I'm glad somebody's here. So, Mr. Capel, you're new here.
I am new here.
Life is good so far?
So far, so good. Great school, great staff, great students so far. I'm really enjoying the start of the year.
Excellent. All right, so here on the Zebra Morning Show, we do things like the announcements, the weather, and then we're going to grill you.
Okay.
All right, let's kick it off. Let's do our weather.
Sure.
We'll make it sweet. We'll make it short. Now here for you is the weather report.
The weather, baby.
Buenos dias, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently 50 degrees and mostly sunny here in New Brunswick. We're looking at a high of 77. It's going to be a nice day, Mr. Capel.
Very nice.
How was your weekend?
It was pretty good, pretty quiet, a lot of work. Football started on Sunday, so that was awesome. But yeah, pretty relaxing. How about you?
Who do you follow in the NFL?
Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Always through and through.
Nice. You had a much better day than I did.
I did. Yes, I did.
Yeah, I'm a Giants fan.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. My goodness. And I was at the game. Oh, my God. We'll talk about football later. All right. Let's rock our announcements.
Sure.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that we are also a podcast? You can listen to us wherever you get your podcast. Just scan that cute little dino code, and you will get the second half of the show. So subscribe, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. It's a wonderful thing. Scan the code. And here is Miss Morano with our quote of the day.
When you
Good morning. It's Miss Morano with your quote of the day. When you put love out in the world, it travels, and it can touch people and reach people in ways that you've never even expected.
Thank you, Miss Morano. And those are the words of actress Laverne Cox from Orange is the New Black. Did you watch Orange is the New Black?
I watched the first season, and then I could not really get into it after that.
Really?
Yes.
All right, I need to learn more about you then. All right, now you jumped the gun on that one. That's okay, it's your first time. Go ahead, why don't you take this next one?
Sure. Today is National Day, so it's National Teddy Bear Day, National I don't know how to pronounce that word, actually.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel Day, and National Boston Employee Exchange Day.
Did you have a teddy bear growing up?
I actually did not. My sister did, though. A massive, massive teddy bear. We still have it in our basement at our house, but me personally, I did not.
And you've never had Wiener Schnitzel?
No, never.
All right. And do one day you aspire to be the boss?
We will see. We will see.
Nice. All right, welcome back, everybody. This is our first full week. We've got a full day of school today, so if you thought your classes were too short, we're going to give you more time in each class today. So enjoy the day and continue to start the year off strong.
Students, we've got great clubs here at New Brunswick High School, and we need club advisors to let us know about your club meeting dates and times. So please email Mr. Nessie for those club meeting dates and times, please.
Yes. We've also got our daily tech table, and that starts today. Your technology, so Chromebooks, can be serviced or replaced daily in the Media Center in the morning from 7:45 to 8:30, and then again in the afternoon from 1 until 1:45. And you must have a physical ID to get service. Now, if you don't have your physical ID yet, I'm sure that they will still work with you. But once we get rolling, you need to have your physical ID. Peer-to-Peer is our peer leader podcast, and you can scan the QR code, and we're going to get rolling with that soon, too, with Mr. Juba and the peer leaders coming at you with Season 2 of the Peer Leadership Podcast. For more information, go to zebrapodcastnetwork.com/peer to peer. We also going to bring you our all-Spanish podcast, Sazon Latino, brought to you by and hosted by your Hispanic Culture Club. Scan the Dino code and take a listen to their back catalog, and new episodes will be coming soon.
And then seniors, your advisors are Mr. Bakari and Miss Evans. The Instagram and the Google Classroom codes are on the screen.
There you go.
And then seniors, you have a senior class meeting today, actually, September 9, 2024, during your advisory. It is in the auditorium. I believe that if you're in advisory, your teacher will walk you down. But if you are late, please come to the auditorium.
What kind of advisory do you have?
I have actually a grade 12 advisory. So
there you go. Yeah. So you know exactly what to do now. Juniors, your advisors this year are Miss O'Gorman and Mr. Wong. Join your Google Classroom and make sure you get connected with your class on Instagram. And juniors will have a class meeting this Wednesday, September 11th, also during advisory, also in the auditorium. And you'll go to advisory first, and then you'll be escorted down for your class meeting.
And then sophomores, your advisor and Mr. Kopru Worthy, and then the Google Classroom code and Instagram are on the screen as well. And then your class meeting is Thursday, September 12th, so this Thursday. It is in the auditorium, so again, come to advisory and your teacher will walk you down. But if you are late, just come to the auditorium.
And last but not least, we've got our freshmen, our class of 2028. We don't know who your advisors are yet. Mr. Capel, maybe you sign up for that. We don't have a Google Classroom or Instagram for you guys yet, but stay tuned. And freshmen, your class meeting will be tomorrow, September 10th, during advisory, and you'll be escorted down. All those things.
And then happy birthday. So send us your birthday shout-outs. They're free. Just send us your birthday shout-outs and we can wish somebody a happy birthday.
Yeah, and if it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Sorry your friends didn't care about you enough to send you a shout-out. We've also got our Zebra Podcast Network merch. Scan that Dino code and you can get t-shirts, hats, water bottle stickers. We've got all our different podcasts and we've got swag to help us promote all of it. We don't make any money because, again, there's too many hoops to jump through for us to do that, but just help us out, advertise.
And then submit, this is where you submit announcements. You submit them at the website, zebrapodcastnetwork.com. You can submit something on the Google form as well, or send a voicemail. And that is that for the morning announcement.
You got to do the bottom part.
Oh, and now the Zebra Sports Desk.
Good morning, Zebras. Here's your sports update. Friday, girls volleyball was defeated by Sayreville 2-1. Friday night, unfortunately, the football team was defeated by Plainfield 48-0. Tough game for the boys, but I know they'll be back at it this week. On Saturday, we had the boys soccer team at home against St. Joe's Metuchen. Big game for the boys, their home opener, and they tied St. Joe's 1 goal apiece. Coming up today, we've got girls soccer on the road in Perth Amboy, 4:15 against the Lady Panthers. And your girls volleyball team is on the road at North Plainfield against the Lady Canucks. Coming up this week, we've got the football team at home this Saturday at 1 o'clock, and they're doing a canned food drive. So if you'd like to get free entrance into this week's game, bring one canned food item, and you can come in for free and see your Zebras take on the Raiders of Scotch Plains Fanwood. That's it for sports. All right, now, Mr. Capel, we're going to do something very special.
Sure.
We're going to say go Zebras, but you're going to do it as long as I do it.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Go! More energy, go Zebras! Go Zebras, indeed.
You're listening to the Zebra Podcast Network. Your school, your voice.
All right, it is Monday. That makes it Maestro Monday, and we've got a maestro with us. Please welcome to New Brunswick High School, Mr. Capel. Yeah. Woo!
Thank you for having me.
All right. Shout out to Julian's mom checking us out. Junior is watching us on YouTube. Junior, are you still in Mexico? Let us know. Type that in the chat. All right, Mr. Capel.
Sure.
The purpose of you being here is, one, to make you come in earlier than maybe you wanted to. Number two, get to know you. You're a new faculty member here at the school, and I'm gonna interview you.
Sure.
All right. So, Mr. Capel,
Yes.
why did you become a teacher?
So I originally went to Rowan University with my mindset on being a nutritionist, actually.
Really?
Yes. And then I realized pretty quickly that it was a pretty hard field to get into. The school I was at, Rowan, was you had to apply to get into the program. It was very competitive. So I became an exercise science major. Realized that was more of like a transition degree to go to graduate school. I didn't really want to do that. And then I had a friend of mine that was a history education major. I always loved history. I had an itch to become a teacher, just didn't really know the path of how to do it. And then from there, I was kind of like, you know what, might as well. And here we are.
Did you grow up in New Jersey?
I did.
Where'd you grow up?
West Long Branch.
Okay.
Yeah, so I grew up probably about an hour from New Brunswick High School, and I went to Red Bank Catholic High School, actually.
Okay.
So West Long Branch is like a town of like 2 miles. It's really, really small.
Yeah. I live in Neptune.
Okay. It's about a mile off the ocean, so it's like perfect. And it's pretty much built around the college, I would say.
Yeah. So you're a beach kid.
I am a beach kid. Yes.
Very nice. Growing up, who was maybe your greatest advocate or somebody who really motivated you?
It was actually my history teacher my sophomore year of high school.
There you go. All right. Tell us about it.
His name was Frank Edgerly. He was a football coach at Red Bank Catholic, came from the NFL, really hard-nosed guy, but really paid attention to his students and had this one time. I was going through like a really difficult time, not in his class because I always did well in history, but it was more so just like collectively. And he just like wrote me a pass after finals to come to his office, and we talked for like an hour, not about like school or anything, just about life and just giving me direction. And he was always my biggest advocate. And he's one of the reasons I did become a history teacher.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Did you play sports in high school?
I played volleyball for my first 2 years, and then I stopped playing after that. The volleyball at RBC was very, very competitive. And so I kind of just wanted to go into a different direction my last 2 years, and I kind of just more focused on myself and working out independently.
Nice.
Yeah.
When you are not in school doing the teacher thing, what does Mr. Capel like to do outside of school? What are your hobbies?
So immediately after I leave here, I always go to the gym. Like that's my instant thing I do. But outside of that, I love to read. I always, even like right now, I have my Kindle on me. I always carry it everywhere. I'm always reading a book. I don't care what it is. It just kind of lets me zone out, and it's almost like a therapy session in a way for me. And I find that with the teaching thing and having a book where I'm just sitting in the peace and quiet and just kind of being by myself, it really helps me actually be a better teacher.
Understood. Do you like nonfiction, fiction? What do you like to read?
I read almost anything. I've read about 24 books this year, and it's been anything from like romance to thriller to horror to mystery. It's almost like anything I kind of see that piques my interest. I have a Kindle Unlimited membership, so I can kind of just like pick whatever book I want in a way, which is awesome.
Are you making Amazon sorry that they have an unlimited plan?
Yes, I definitely am.
What are you currently reading?
Right now, I am reading it's called The Couple at the Lake House. It's kind of like just like a thriller type novel. It was kind of, I read the Housemaid trilogy, which I'm pretty sure is probably popular with kids at this high school as well. And then I needed something I always find like a book that can cleanse my palate. So it's usually like a short 200-page book. And then I read that over a course of a week. And then I'll go into like something like a little bit bigger.
Okay. Now, you're new here to New Brunswick High School, and you're in the social studies department. What courses are you teaching?
So I teach US 1, US 2. I teach 5 US 1 courses and then 1 section of US 2.
With all of history, and you've got the history degree and a passion for history, do you have a favorite topic in history?
Yeah, I like to teaching. I love teaching the rise of Hitler and World War II. I have family that was directly involved in World War II and the Holocaust, so it means a lot to me teaching it. But I find that with the World War II in particular, students kind of find a great interest in it as well. So as a teacher, that's always awesome.
Nice. Where's it? We're live, so I got to keep talking.
Sure.
Do you have any questions about the high school?
Well, why don't you tell me what you think I should know about the high school?
What should you know? I think we have really great kids, and I think the desire to learn and grow is there. And if you truly care about kids, they will perform for you. I think we have a really great faculty.
Sure.
everybody is very, I think, helpful and supportive. And, if, say, you asked me something and I couldn't help you, I would try to connect you with somebody who could.
Yeah.
So I think, and again, we've only interacted, a couple of times in the last week.
Sure.
And I feel like you'll fit in very nicely here.
Yeah. I definitely like it here a lot. And I see that with the students as well. With the longer periods, it becomes a lot more student-centered instruction with the students working independently. And I've not had any issues with students taking the initiative to do the work and actually completing the work and actually participating. So that's been awesome.
Nice. A couple more things here as we get ready to wrap up here on our first Maestro Monday of the 24-25 school year.
Sure.
Not every student is going to get to have you as their teacher.
Mm-hmm.
But what words of wisdom would you like to impart on our student body?
I always tell kids this, is that no matter what you want to do in the future, always work hard now. Create habits for success now, and you will always be successful in the future.
I like that. Pay attention, kids. And our final question, and we ask this of all our guests, if for a week you could put up a message on that digital marquee out front of the building,
Okay.
everybody driving by would see it, what message would you like to put up there for a week?
Ooh, that is a great question. What message would I like to put up? I think it would have to be something along the lines of how great of a school community this is. The biggest thing I've noticed here is just how strong of a community it is. I've been at like numerous high schools and different schools throughout, college and student teaching and stuff. And the one thing I found here is the community is so unbelievably strong. So it would have to be something centered towards family or community or something along those lines, because I definitely feel, and I felt it even when I came here and there was no students, just among the faculty. It was amazing.
Nice. All right. What rooms can people find you in?
Yeah, so I am in B106 for most of the day. That's my classroom. That's my main classroom. And then I'm also in B108 and then D107 as well. That's where I'll
Nice.
be.
Did you have fun this morning?
I did. This was awesome.
All right. You are welcome to come back anytime. And students who are watching this in advisory, maybe, if you're interested in being a part of the Zebra Podcast Network and maybe being a host here on the morning show, I would love to connect with you. Come and meet me in D309. And we're going to wave goodbye and say goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to the Zebra Morning Show. Please tell a friend to help spread the word. Word of mouth is the best way to help us grow. Be sure to follow us on social media. We're on X, Instagram, and Threads at Zebra Podcast Net. Visit our website at zebrapodcastnetwork.com, where you can learn about joining us. And don't forget to send us your announcements and shout-outs. Have a great day, Zebra Nation.